The Blue Lake Rancheria Tribal Police Department is dedicated to ensuring the safety and well-being of our community.
A lot of people don't understand what police departments do, and as far as the type of work that we do, a lot of it has to be patrol, to answer to calls for service, just like the Humboldt County Sheriff's Office. If we get a call for service, we respond to that, take the report, do the investigation. And you have a lot of drugs that are brought in from outside the Rancheria, and we test those drugs. We cite people for violations of our tribal code.
Our tribal government tries to have policies in and around having healthy families, and part of that is combating other things that come on to the reservation. You know, trying to keep drug use down, try to eradicate that.
We formalized our law and order code back in 2017, and that was quite a process of going through each of the crimes that California uses and converting that to a civil fine process. We had to go through every crime, for example, and come up with the wording that was necessary. Trespass, theft, arson, burglary, even homicide. And that means that we do have a tribal law and order code that allows us to cite people. We are the only tribal police department with direct access to California DOJ's CLETS system, and we're pretty proud of that fact. CLETS stands for California Law Enforcement Telecommunications System. It is the database of crimes and people who've committed crimes in the state of California and ultimately in the United States.
We're the only tribe in the state that has it, and now his latest project has been to get us access to live scan data, so that's fingerprints that go in and can check people's criminal history if they have any or not. We use it mainly for pre-employment purposes, but the fact that we have it, again, is we're the only tribal police department in the state that has that access. And this is really important because we don't have to rely on outside agencies to assist us with those things.
And we can cite and have cited for federal violations because we're cross-deputized with both the Humboldt County Sheriff's Office and the Bureau of Indian Affairs for law enforcement powers. And as a result, we can cite just like any other federal ranger or federal law enforcement officer for crimes that are committed on the Rancheria. Tribal police officers who have cross-deputization agreements with the county and with the federal government have more enforcement powers than any other law enforcement officer in the state of California. People don't realize that. As far as how cross-deputization is achieved, it takes a lot of moxie and a lot of perseverance. I met for weeks on end with the Sheriff's Office administration to forge those agreements. So, yeah, it was quite an accomplishment.
The relationships that we share with the other agencies in this county, and actually even all the way up to the federal government and the Bureau of Indian Affairs, they're extremely important, very important. And I think that again, that in a lot of ways we've done a lot to cultivate those positive relationships. Our relationship with the Sheriff's Office is really good. It's strong. It was strong before I even came here. So having somebody who was a commander with the Sheriff's Office retire and come over here, they know me, you know, so that just adds to what was already established here, which was really good. You know, we get our state peace officer powers, our deputization through the Sheriff's Office, so we have that agreement, and that is massively important to our success out here on the Rancheria as a tribal police agency. But also we've been able to foster some really positive relationships with the other tribes here in the county. You know, Yurok tribe, Hoopa tribe in particular. They've even sent their officers over to here to help us, because we don't have as many officers as those two agencies do. But the fact that they're willing to send their folks out here to help us is massive. It's been extremely helpful, and it's worked out really well.
I think for the future we do more of the same, right? And that we get some other officers, experienced or not, and we train them in that tradition and that community-oriented policing tradition. And I think if we're able to do that, the service that we provide to our tribal members and to the local community is going to be, much more not only just appreciated, but you have to remember too that we do a lot of work in the county OES, and so it benefits the entire community.